So Garland has had a nagging back. He's been in and out of the lineup. Played the last couple, but it's been a nagging injury. Markkanen has missed a bunch with that high ankle sprain. And now you've got Caris LeVert that you kind of get integrated. How important are those facets? And what do they need to do to kind of sort through and get back to where they want to go? If you're going to prioritize it, what are some of the important things for the Cavs as they get ready for that second half push?
Yeah, you have to be wise. Darius Garland looked fine in the All-Star game. Hopefully that's not an issue that's going to be lingering. Sometimes back issues, of course, back tightness and soreness can linger throughout a season. You just have to judge how much is it going to impact him in the long term. If you do need to rest him, you try to rest him in those games that you think maybe you could win without him. For instance, say the Washington Wizards at home, which I believe is a game Saturday night. Maybe you take some of those games off if his back's still bothering him. You don't want to rush Markkanen back. The nice thing for the Cavs is more than likely you are in the playoffs, whether it's the play-in tournament, whether it's hosting a first-round series as a 4, 3, or 4 seed, you're going to be in the playoffs. So you want to approach everything as if you're in when you're talking about injuries and nicks and bruises and those kind of things, so that people are at their healthiest when it means the most. That said, you do have to position yourself to try to get one of those higher seeds and theoretically, play a worse opponent in the first round and not have to play in the play-in tournament, because then you're playing extra games. You're not really feeling great about yourself if you're playing as a 7th seed against the 10 in the tournament. So they're going to be wise about it. The big thing for them is, and I was just telling somebody this the other day, win the games on your schedule that you have circled as probable wins. Don't lose those games, and then maybe steal a few, and you're going to be in good position. They start back up with the Detroit Pistons on the road, a winnable game. Try to get that win there. And then if you lose to the Sixers 2 or 3 times, they still have to play them 3 times. If you lose to them, it's not as big of a deal. And some of these nicks and pains and aches that aren't going away, those aren't as big of a deal, and you can afford to rest guys in those situations.
How important is it for them to figure out exactly how Caris LeVert fits in, and does that kind of increase their ceiling, do you think? Yeah, that's
theoretically should increase their ceiling. You're missing Colin Sexton, you're missing Ricky Rubio. You needed to go out and find another guy who can go in and get you points. And the good news is we've already seen it with Caris LeVert, who had to fill in for Darius Garland in that Indiana game. The Cavs were down 21, and then Caris LeVert just started breaking people down and finished with 22 points. I think at some point here soon, he's probably going to be your starting 2 guard. Lately he's been coming off the bench as he gets acclimated to what the Cavs are doing. You're probably, the idea is when you're totally healthy, I would think, is to start Garland and LeVert in the backcourt, and then Markkanen, Mobley, and Allen as your big 3 in the front court. So, maybe that moves Isaac Okoro to the bench, which that would have to. But how LeVert fits in is going to be key to that, how he fits in with those other starters. And the good news is he has shown a penchant for fitting in already, just needs a little bit more time, and that'll come with some more game experience and more practice experience with his teammates.